What up, everybody? Good morning. Doing a little bit later today. Tried to get some other stuff done and had to do an update on the computer and such. So a little bit later than normal start time. We're after 7 o'clock on the 5th of um, March. Already quick, going quick. Get my screen shared for us so we can see what's going on. I jumped in at the 6:55 or so. There was a little breakout that I had on my phone for QQQ. That opening range breakout that we like to play, that I like to play. I'm going to do a 15-minute. And you can see that our range is above. It's this right here. This is our range, and we broke above it. Horizontal ray, it's this one right here. And we're going to make it be, we're going to go to this cayenne blue, and I'm going to delete those because I think we're past those for now. And all the way around, retested the range of yesterday. So it looked like a really good setup, and we are testing above it, so maybe I do it's a gift to average into it. Thanks for the gift. We're gonna buy these. Let's get two more. 187 or 182 is fine. Boom. Let's see. So now we have 4. I have enough to get maybe 2 more if it comes. And there we go. We can get 2 more. Buy to open 2 at 175. I don't have that much. Edit. Have that much. Submit. If it comes back, I might not get this one to fill. Oh, no, it filled. So we have 6 of them now. I'm going to cancel this order. Got it nice. We got a lower average now. And we jumped up perfect. So now we have a 187 average and 6 of them. I like buying in like that instead of chasing. We're trying to do all at once. The all at once is really only if you're going to see a huge momentum play and you're like, I'm not going to catch it. And this one's already, oh my God, this one reversed. We might have to bail out of this already. So we're seeing that we're holding above our opening range. All the way down here. I missed those pretty bad. And we held it as support right here with these long wicks. Now we just need a quick break up, even if it just retests this 6, 12, 16 zone. Should see some strong move upwards. Maybe NVIDIA flipping green, coming back to its opening of 183. NVIDIA is looking strong if it can continue pushing. And NVIDIA is a strong weight in the QQQ as one of the individual drivers. You also have Google, who's not green, looks like, but maybe trying to bounce and recover. Could also get a dollar push out of them. So yeah, this is gonna be a bad entry. I kind of chased into before sitting down on. I did this mostly off my phone. We're actually gonna have to start looking for an exit here if we don't figure this out, because we need switch this to percent. Yeah, I need almost 613 now. That's 30%. That's 612.75. 230 is what I'm looking to get to, I would imagine. I could even go down to 225, would be 20%. price is lagging really bad on this. Sell 6. We're just going to set it for 2.25 for now. And done. We can see that the previous was 250. The high today was 231. And the low was 82 cents out the gate. Need to check this out because I'm down pretty bad. Oof. I'm down literally what I'm trying to be up. Down 28%, chasing 22%. Okay, this was probably a bad entry. And we're testing this opening range. So in this, the market's going to be super uncertain with the volatility of global conflict, because it doesn't just affect the bombings and all that and stuff that are happening in the area, especially areas that have high global traffic as far as oil, global supply, the shipping lanes. Oh my God, that was a bad one. This is going to be a loss if it doesn't get if this candle closes below this volume weighted moving average. I'm going to have to close this. It's funny, I didn't like the 610 close yesterday. I thought that was overrunning itself, and I was looking, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Don't like this. I thought it overran a bit, so I was actually probably looking at puts biasly. Didn't get a good deep dive into the market. Wasn't watching enough and made a play off my phone. Had the computer kind of chilling, running some updates. And that's what you get. It did break out the opening range. So boom, boom. And then we waited. We would have been waiting through all this. And the 655 break was the right time to take the entry. I just didn't quite get out. It should have got out. It should have been a quicker play. Instead, I got in probably up here, which left me without enough profit percent. And then it did retest and confirm by coming back down and then closing above. So this was strong, and both of these closed above. So there was a lot of strength in why this one was looking good, but it's looking like it was a little bit of a fake out. And unless this rebounds strongly right now, I'm looking at a big loss on this. If this candle closes below in 3 minutes, if it closes below that volume weighted moving average, because it's going to be tough to get back up. Nvidia is climbing. Microsoft dropped, and Google dropped really hard. And maybe Nvidia is just lagging. And there's a little bit of a drop. The dollar jumped up, and that's normally bad for rates and stuff, which hurts the tech side. So yeah, this is just oof. Now I'm almost looking at it like I should have got out on any of those average down points. I'm down $600. Oh God. So now I'm sitting here at this point. This candle hopefully was an overreaction, and does it come back and test this opening range before pushing down more? Because now I'm looking for an exit at a lesser loss. And we're pushing way down. Gulf frustrated at being the center of war is not theirs. US oil rises. Trying to catch up with Bloomberg, what they got going on. Calvin Klein missing, Carolyn Bassett, Kennedy moment. Dang. Yeah, this is pretty ugly right here. That would have been a great put. Or if that would have dropped before I averaged down more, I would have not. If this would have been more red, I would have not. Dogs are crying. I know. Dad made a bad play. Dad made a bad play. Don't like it. Let me see. Hmm. That's such even the TTM squeeze. So my phone has this extra indicator on Webull that they don't have on the desktop version. And even it's all confused. It was green and then it switched to down bad. That drop was nasty. Oh God, there's a bigger one. Oh God. Oh God. Save it. Dang it. Smoke that account. Sheesh. I'm gonna see if I can switch this real quick. History, help settings. Can I switch to margin? Will it let me? You have been flagged. Holdings and cash rings below. You will not be able to trade without risking a position closing only. Nope. Dang it. Still got to be cash. And we are getting smoked right now. Goes all the way back to 607. I'm going to get wrecked on this. Let me see. 607, 42 cents. 610, at least $1.16. Let's see where Max Payne sits today. 610. So I've got to sell some puts right now. Sheesh. It is some nasty candles. Well, that's touching a long moving average. 180 move, the 180 on the 5 minute just touched. Now I'm getting got my work phone. 607.93, 608. This is as low as it's gonna get, hopefully. probably down to like 40, 50 cents. And big loser. What a wipeout. This was a wipeout. Pushed down, came back up, and then swept. I just don't know if it's sweeping to push back down to wipe out all, would wipe all the way down to like here, or did it sweep this to push back higher? Hard to see. Hard to see this one. Yeah, these macro events, the oil prices are drastically are moving all over the place. I mean, they're talking about this going up to $100 a barrel, which drastically affects the whole economy, from individuals at the pump to shipping for mass logistics and such makes prices go up. Prices going up makes inflation seem hotter, and Fed won't cut the rates, which makes it harder. Just everything becomes harder. But everybody had a big hard drop off right there. So something definitely kind of happened. Apple is in a very nasty push down. Oh yeah, this wipe out all the way back down? I think it's going to. I'm thinking it. I mean, all the volumes at 610. Uh, this thing's just draining. Wow. Actually, I had a little up and a little up out of this. As soon as I sell it, man, I feel like it's going to reverse. This is crazy. I think we're going to go lower. Sheesh. Nope. Total loss. Wipeout. I don't even know what to say. I'm not like in a. I'm not like in a. I need to panic and sell it for scraps, but I'm in a panic and selling it for scraps. We're in the 606 range, and it's going straight down. Yeah, we're Jesus, can't even bounce to give an exit. Just one green candle, like, or even a little bit of a wick up to help this thing is crazy. Max pain is still 610. These things are almost worthless. Oh, lordy. What a bad play, Lonnie. I don't know if I can get back to 608. Salvage some of this. I mean, I averaged down really well. Oh, it's finally coming up a little bit, but I need all the way back to 608 to get 609, 610. If I could get to 610, I'd be out of this so quick. This is finally our little bounce. I'm gonna go to the 1 minute just because this seems a little laggy. That is straight, every single candle red. Bounced to 606.51 finally. That was Monday's opening range. wiped out the entire week gains. So now it's below the opening range of today. It'd have to get above this 607.40 with some momentum. Now I'm thinking just 608.50 might be the new for the 1 minute volume weight. If you could please. Up into this middle section where there was a lot of action. If we could get that move, 609, just not a total loss on this account. It's got to go kind of quick because it is going to wipe these out fast. Lost $900 today by over positioning. Totally a bad play. Totally a bad play. Very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. Took a bad entry, chased it down to try to get to scrap out of it off of a bounce. Went from not even getting the bounce. I think this was my one chance. The chance there too. We were getting close to the profit right here because this is where I averaged down in this range, getting those 160 or 170s, and then got up to 187 where I was even here. And if we don't get over 607, we're at 606.82. If this goes 606.50, I'm just flat out. But if we could get over 607, there's going to be maybe a little bit of a pushback in some of these areas. Could do this 606 sideways thing till it kills all the options, but there's 607. But we need to get over 607 for 37, 40. There we go. Come on. And with this, I'm looking for an exit. I don't think it's gonna run all the way back up for profit. I'm not looking at 612.77 as a possibility anymore. But somewhere here in the middle, 609. Unless they can unless they're doing something crazy, man. I don't know what news would have to come to if it's to release day. Oh, that's sports. Have to get over 607.80 now. So I have this green candle right here in the middle of all the red. The bottom of it is 609.54. 607.40 has to hold. Oh, it didn't hold. I was trying. 42.50. All right, 607.80 has to hold. This thing, man. Wow, what a volatile day. Man, I just chased all those entries too much at the wrong time. 609.50. We're all the way up to 608.16. We had a good little spike up. 609.50. I would probably take that. Good little spike up meant that there has to be a good little spike down. That is very common on that big wick. The big wick was attempting to break above this volume weight. There we go. That's not right. 607.89. We had 608 showing on, which was probably this wick. 608.21. Gotta hold 607.80. It's good. Pushing back into 608. Now 610 is max pain still. So there could be a push back up. So was this the setup to get people to just buy a bunch of puts? Just flip on them, right? So we got 610 still are so there's some heavy put action. This has got some heavy put action, heavy put action. Obviously, a lot of the puts are below. There's some pretty big call action. Let's see if we do volume. What's being bought right now? 610 calls are getting bought like crazy. 608 puts are getting bought like crazy. So I think it clears 609. Clearing 609 beats those, which is why 610 is probably the puts. But 609 kills a lot of these puts. That's where and then we switch to the 610 where the volume is 57, 53. So I think we're going to be just below 609, most likely, or just below 610. So wow. What a wild move. So I see this quick little pattern right here. We get him up and then up. That touched. Now I would hold if this broke above that for this to rebound completely. But I'm also looking at it at this level right here. This one wicked here and wicked here. And then this is right in this congestion zone where it was bounced before it went up. Unless it gets some serious momentum back, this is an area that it could fail and go back down. And we're over 609, which puts all those calls in play, kills all those puts, and the 610 level is going to be that level that it's trying to finish at. So this is, to me, 609 to 610 in that price range is where the market makers want it to die at. This is a lot of green momentum. Yeah. Oh, 609. That might have been my exit. What do we got? I really don't want to hold for a lot more. I would love for another test of this line. That would, and if it fails, that would be my exit to come up and test this. Because this is where boom test came down, rebound test failed, and then the sharp down was over exaggerated, I think. So even if we go flat here, it might even come down a little bit. I wouldn't mind at least kind of a slow hold here, but one more push up to test this trend line. Or just go for it. It went straight down. Why can't it go straight up? Kind of thing. There it goes. So now this would be to sell some of the calls, or we get some of those puts back a little bit cheaper because they sold a bunch of puts at a premium. Now they're killing them, buying them back cheaper, kind of thing. That is such a wild move today. So even to get back to 611, as you can see, that was a little bit high on the 1 minute right there. 610.86 is the actual opening range. If I had more funds, I could have averaged down for dirt cheap and I would almost be green. So now I'm watching this because I'm going to need to get an exit. If this can't get over 610.86. I'm curious if they want to push it all the way back up. That is wild. That much of a move in the day. And I guess the last couple days we've seen the $6 moves, $10 moves intraday. So this one went from 612, where it went up $2, down $6. Okay, so now we need to hold 608. What do I want to hold? 608. Yeah, that's okay. Then we need to push back. There we go. Yep, that's not bad. But the strong push now. This next candle has to be green and above 609.44. We needed $1 candle. Oh my God. Come up a little bit. Over 608.50 for this candle. This one has to turn green. And these candles are lagging because we're up on the price. 608.70. Candles are lagging a little bit. 608.54. I'm watching the price actually here. I'm gonna have to take that phone call. This video is gonna have to be paused. Well, that was a phone call that took a little bit longer than I was anticipating. Luckily, during it, I did get out and the market did rebound. I was almost going to get out down here like 35 cents a contract. Almost got out up here at like 75 cents a contract. And I think I ended up getting out at 55 a contract. But lost $830 today playing the market and got caught at a pivot. This was one that I probably should have bailed out really early on. Yeah, I sold them at 55 cents. Lost 130 per contract. Let's see. They're down to 32 cents right now. So I did get out at the right time. I don't think these are coming back. Of course, I bought at the very wrong time. I bought literally here is where I was, and then it shot straight down. I had a little bit bought here and a little bit bought here, and I was green for 1 second, 188. I could have sold at a small profit. And then this sell-off just hit. So this is kind of the ride that I got into. We broke above and held. I was entered about here or here, slightly green, didn't get out. Came back down and I averaged down all the way here, averaged down one more time, and then this is where I should have exited. Would it was like maybe 3% profit, but didn't see that. And then this, I didn't have these lines drawn, obviously. But that, I mean, it's probably gonna lose this down now. But and there's no way I would hold this for that. I should have sold here. Instead, I think I sold here. So a little bit slow to sell. I could have sold a little bit quicker. And I do that for today. But this was established, and once this broke above here, I was hoping that this was going to continue and test here. Could have sold here for maybe like another, like maybe in the 0.8s. I think it was in the 0.8s for a little bit, briefly, and I probably could have got out. And this might bounce again, but I don't think it's going to be able to come up. I think we're just going to ride this line down. I think we're going to finish somewhere around here in the 608 range, or be in that range for a little bit. But here's where the bots benefit over actively trading. When you capture these moves and the market acts appropriately or acts how you expect it to, you're able to capture these profits. And let's get out to my investing tab real quick. And you can see that we had a really good week going into this. And should have played the put, man. But this just wiped out an entire week plus some. So we started around the, did I withdraw some again? 674 was a number that I believe we started with the bot range. So I must have withdrawn some. But yeah, so we got all the way up there running. When did we 1 month? Where did we go on this? It was for March. We were starting with 9:30. Did I have too much? Oh, that was on March. So yeah, I had 8:30 because I think I had some money elsewhere that I was using for something else that I ended up withdrawing. That's why it looks all goofy. But yeah, so now we're sitting here 376, the dyslexic version. While I thought yesterday was a better day, but maybe it's because it's a cumulative. I'm not sure. But we're up to 800 on the bot. That's with a little bit of commissions. We're looking at 21.39 for the week so far of trading. I believe that's actually with last week on Friday. I had a little bit, also like $3, because I think this is closer to $18. So yeah, slow and steady wins the race sometimes is what they say, and that's why these bots with the no emotion, no issue, or no discipline issues. Let's see, on the week 3.61. Check out some live trading over here. XRP, getting some wins. I've noticed it loses a lot on XRP normally. I have some help going on. It seems a little laggy. Let's see. Waiting for trades. Yeah, that's it. Missed a bunch of them. There we are. Now we're getting some live trades and some green. We're over 4% for this week, profit wise. Last week had a negative Thursday. We're trading well. There's a lot of green. Small wins, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, dollar, sometimes just 5 cents. But a slow and steady wins the race, and you avoid big losses. And one of my biggest issues trading is getting into a play that I'm very confident in, and then even with the signs on the wall and that risk to reward ratio, like you should have a stop loss built in place. Too many times I've seen the something go down really quickly 40% and then swing back up so fast, and you would have actually profited, but you got out too fast. And I think because of that, a lot of times is what makes me hold through these things, through these cells. So glad I got out, because I think this thing smoked. This is a big H pattern that's going to drop down. If it loses 606.50, this guy's going to fall pretty quickly. But can also bounce, and it's very erratic. These levels are, I could see it just finishing at 607, 608 also. So hopefully tomorrow, I got some catching up to do now on the bots. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day. I will definitely not make the trade. Not make the trade on my phone purely off of the pattern without looking at the sentiment. That's where you got to have the multiple variables. I came in and I tried to make this trade purely off the fact that it did the the opening range breakout. Opening range is this one. And then we broke above it, but not the whole body didn't close above it. We closed above it. I entered. I just needed this move to wick all the way up. And maybe I had it and I didn't have my order placed in time, because I think I was looking, I needed as I say, 612.76, and I needed like 612.90 for my profit. So I must have just missed it while I was pouring my cup of coffee that on that wick. And then let's go into the 5 minute, because that's where we would see it. and I was in at like just before. So I was in on this close and the start here, and it came back above. So I was in, and I should have been really close to profit. So very upset that I didn't capture that. And then I averaged down into these for more because it looked like it was trying to hold. And when by the time I averaged down, I just needed the retest of somewhere in here. Even the 612.30 should have put me at my profit point. And we were close. And then when this broke below, I said, uh-oh. And then this candle was quick and violent. Even though this looks like it was over a 5-minute time span, it was not. And I should have exited way up here, and I was hoping for just any green. And if we go into the 1 minute, you can see that that never happened. Um, that is this move here. So I mean, I was probably about here where I should have exited, and maybe for like $1, because this candle here, actually even this candle closed below all these guys, this doji right here. As soon as we close below that 611, which was this one, closed 610.94 was technically this one even, but I would say this one. This candle here at 718 is what I should have sold at. I don't think I can actually look at the candles on these options. Oh, I have it in my watch list. 718 is when I should have sold out of it. Back to 34 cents at least, so I'm way above that. I sold at 50. It would have been about, it was after that. So $1.23, and I sold at 55. So $1.23 times 6, I would have been at 720. I would have been basically restarting. And that's what I probably should have done, 120 or even $1 at some point. And it just kept going down quickly, and it was hard to not even capture a green bounce at that point. I looked at the low of this of 102, and once it blew through that, it was in the 80s, and yeah, I just was too slow to react. Too slow to react. So the fact that I mean, I needed price at expiration. I don't know what those two dots are. 612 is the strike, and that's what it would have to be at expiration to be at this price. 612.43 just isn't in the books today. So I definitely messed up. I first added this at $2, and that's what messed me up, is I just never could get into it. So we would need this thing, if we go by 11, we'd have to get all the way up there. If it was to be at 608, we're going to be, to get to 55 cents, we'd have to get to 611 by 11 to be up to where I would be like, I should have held on to it in this range. 610.30 has to get over 610 by 11. 610 by 10. And I could do another $30. So this is where I was trying to exit, and then I ended up chasing, and I didn't get out till 55 cents because it's moving very quick and violently. So bad trade today. Very disappointed. So hopefully tomorrow's a better day. Fridays are typically very volatile, so it should be exciting. See you guys.